Hello there, it is Citrus Aviation here with the very first Fun Fact Friday on this channel where we cover aviation news and anything that I want to talk about pretty much. So if you want to read the aviation news in a written form, there's a sign up link in the description where you can sign up to my email newsletter. It's called Aviation News Today. Hope you enjoy that kind of content, and you can see that this is the cover from last week of the newsletter, so we have one coming out this week, and so I hope you guys enjoy the video. So I want to thank you guys for all the support on the channel. We are all the way up to 35 subscribers. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoy this video. Alright, so the first thing we have here for news is that sadly 41 people died on a crash of a Aeroflot Sikorsky Superjet 100. The aircraft encountered an issue and had to make an emergency landing at Moscow, and it appears that the aircraft caught on fire before landing, and by the time the aircraft was rolling down the runway, the entire back half of the aircraft was completely up in flames, and the aircraft overran the runway and finally crashed. It's very sad to see that happen. The aircraft was operating as SU-152, and the registration of the SU-100 was RA-89098. Qatar in the last month has announced their plans for the A340 and the A380. The A380 is to be retired by May of 2024, but that means it'll have still another several years left in it before those aircraft are retired. However, the A340 has been retired. The very last flight was on April the 30th from Bangkok to Doha, and that was on an A340-642 registered as A7-AGB, and the aircraft was then sent for scrapping. So it's very sad to see those go. The A340-600s and really all A340s are slowly disappearing from airlines around the world. DHL is to soon receive their very first 777. The aircraft has been seen flying around the Seattle, Washington area, and will probably be delivered to DHL very soon. The DHL livery looks really good on the 777. They have had some 777s before operating for some of their subsidiary airlines, such as Southern Air, but it's very cool to see them gain an actual 777 in their own livery. The United Airlines new livery has been out for a couple weeks now, and it looks pretty good, to be honest, now that I've seen lots of pictures of it and all that kind of thing. And it's kind of one of those things where once a new livery comes out, you either dislike it or you're not so about, but it tends to grow on people over time, and this livery certainly has. There are some that haven't, some that I still don't like, such as the Air Canada and Lufthansa and Aer Lingus new liveries, but this one is one of those that has definitely grown on me, and I think it will become a livery that I actually really like. So yeah. With the bankruptcy of airlines such as Air Jamaica, WOW Air, and Jet Airways, some may wonder what airlines will go next. As most of you know, WOW Air and Jet Airways have gone bankrupt recently. Both airlines are actually currently in bankruptcy proceedings, as well as Air Jamaica. Air Jamaica is kind of an interesting story because, well, both of their aircraft have ceased to be able to be operational. The 757 crashed, and the 767, something happened to it as well. WOW Air and Jet Airways kind of slowly went out of existence. But you may wonder what airlines will come next. And there's a bunch of airlines that are likely to be going out next. You can look at like earnings reports and see what they're doing. And some airlines, notable airlines that have had negative Q1 2019 returns have been Etihad, Air India, Qatar Airways, Lufthansa, South African, and Norwegian Air Shuttle. Lufthansa is one of those airlines that's probably just kind of a fluke. It's an airline that does pretty well as it is, so I don't think that's anything to worry about. Qatar Airways, I'm not too surprised about that. They've had massive, rapid expansion over the last 10 years or so, and they kind of need to make a few adjustments as they've expanded a little bit beyond maybe what they were capable of doing. Air India and South African are both government-owned airlines, owned by their respective governments, India and South Africa. And both airlines have been needing the governments to bail them out for some time as it is. And it seems very likely that soon both airlines will actually just fully go bankrupt, leaving a large hole in the aviation industries in those two countries for a competitor to rise up and become quite popular. So that's exciting times in those two countries. As far as Etihad Airways go, they've kind of had this issue with money since like 2016, and their problem is mostly to do with agreements they have with other airlines that include financial ties. So Air Berlin and Alitalia went out in 2017, ended up costing Etihad billions of dollars, and that was not good for them. And Gulf Air reformed last year, I think it was, and then Jet Airways going out recently has not helped Etihad Airways, so they've been just losing money. But they are trying to make reforms to become profitable again. They've been retiring older aircraft that aren't as fuel efficient. They have canceled some orders, not many, but some. They have cut routes that weren't performing to expectations, and they have reduced amenities on their flights. Now, I'm not a big fan of reducing amenities, but if it's necessary to maintain profitability, I guess it's alright. So we'll just have to see how Etihad does, but that's their current situation. Norwegian Air Shuttle, which is the final airline we're looking at for a possible bankruptcy, is, as I see it, the most likely to actually go out soon, and that's because of their business model. Norwegian Air Shuttle is a discount long-haul and short-haul airline. They are based out of Norway, and they've been there for a long time, but they've expanded into international transatlantic services. And the problem for them is they have to compete on a level where they are low-priced, so they don't have a lot of margins. Profit margins are very low. The airline suffers then, as a result, if they have other competition enter the market and other things that happen that they can't control. So a lot of their aircraft have been grounded. All 737 MAXs have been grounded, and a bunch of their 787s have been having the Rolls-Royce engine problems. So a bunch of their fleet has been grounded, which is not good. They have to compete with other airlines such as Virgin Atlantic, who also does transatlantic services, and other discount airlines in Europe. And they have been having lower load factors lately, which is not good for them. So this all compounds them losing a lot of money, and if they don't have these problems fixed really soon, they are going to go bankrupt. So I see Norwegian Air Shuttle as the most likely to go out of existence. It's a very knife-edge business model they walk on, and so far they are falling off. So that's the most likely to go out very soon. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support on the channel, and have a great rest of your day.